Hello, this is going to be a reading for fixed signs. Fixed signs are Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio, and Aquarius. Fixed signs are the signs that make everything, keep everything steady, stable. Great Spirit, what do we have for fixed signs for June 2025? Such a special month. We have so much happening in the sky, so many great things, different things, karmic, but also blessings and unexpected things can happen right now. This is just a really powerful time. Oh, it's too many. What do I have for my fixed signs? Cleanse. Nice. So maybe you should do a small cleanse. That's in the heart chakra. So maybe there's some things in that heart that you need to clean out. Fixed signs. I mean, it makes sense. Energy and anxiety. Okay, so this is definitely giving me like Aries and Saturn. I think everybody is going to be very energized but feeling anxious because things aren't happening. Do a cleanse. That's the best way to deal with anxiety. Stillness and taking back your power via appetite. You know, this anxiety is giving me like worms too. Like, I don't know if you can see that. Like worms in the gut, parasites or something like that. And it does give you anxiety and mess with your energy. Maybe somebody needs to do a parasite cleanse. Parasites do sit on your nerves. I don't think that's for everybody, but the anxiety and the cleanse is here. I think eat fruit for a day. Just light, you know, give your body nothing but vitamins via fruit and vegetables for a day. Just do water for a day. Just do liquids for a day. It helps. It really does. And make yourself be calm. And then when you start feeling hungry, make yourself say, are you really hungry? Or are you just doing that because you're nervous? You know, a lot of times people eat because of their nerves. And eating is a very quick way to process a lot of energy. So that's why people eat a lot when they're anxious or uncomfortable, because there's an energy coming in and they don't know what to do with it. So a lot of times people will eat, and it does process the energy, but you know, too much of that is not good. Hunger, funny, and love. Here at the throat. I feel like somebody's anxiety and their hunger, that's why you need to cleanse, is keeping you from love. I think that something has become a crutch for somebody. Doesn't have to be necessarily food though, you know. It could just be something that you're hungry for. Maybe you're hungry for love and you're mistaking it. I keep saying that, you guys, that what we see as love is not love. They got us so twisted, you know. What if we don't, the whole point of the situation has been completely lost. Somebody's got fear and consciousness in the sacral. And let me tell you what I like about that is both of these are gateway cards, but it's being conscious of the fear is very important. That might be why you're having anxiety, fear, and this anxiety in your solar plexus where your courage is. It makes a lot of sense. Maybe you are afraid to birth something. Oh, this is definitely giving me that freaking Aries and Saturn. Because it's going to do this. It's going to bring out these fears and make you conscious of them. A lot of karma. Reflection. I think that somebody is seeing themselves. You're conscious of this fear. The fear is just your shadow. Something that you need to work on. It's in your sacral. That's a very easy thing to clean out because, you know, you pee and you crap. It's right by that. You know, it's not like even the solar, you know, it doesn't have an opening next to it. So it's harder to work on that. The root and the sacral are really easy to work on because you can cleanse them easier because they have holes where things come out, you know, from being cleaned. I mean, I'm not going to say it's very easy, but it's easier than some of the other chakras. I definitely think a cleanse. Do a liquid fast for like a week. And I mean, you can have soup, make all the kinds of soups that you ever wanted to make. You know what I'm saying? And tea, caution. You got caution at the root and you got caution at the crown. Which is pretty interesting. Ghost. Wow. Yeah, I think you have some memories. The fear are these ghosts, these egregores. They also could be cleaning. I was just talking about cleaning the energies in Taurus's reading. That we don't understand that we're here to clean these demonic energies. I hate to use that word. It's a crap word. And this is funny too because this is a throat, this hunger and love. A lot of this is how you help clean these energies. You love them. You accept them. You give them acceptance and you give them a voice. Because a lot of these things, they're trying to keep people silent, and there's people that pass and they didn't get to fulfill their mission, you know, and then they're walking around and they're trying to get our attention so that we can help heal the energies because there's energy, anxieties in the air from them not finishing their mission, from them being stopped. And a lot of times, just like the Sixth Sense, you know, the little girl, the dead girl that was like, she got poisoned by, I don't remember if it was her parents or her mother or dad, somebody. And her little sister was being poisoned, and she's trying to tell the medium, the little dude, like, so he could save her sister. So these are spirits that are unrest and it's no justice. They're trying to bring in justice. Just like in that movie, and the little boy was able to help bring justice. And then there's some ghosts that don't even know that they're dead, like the guy, you know. But as a medium, you see more than other people do. I posted What the Bleep Do We Know? because it talks about that. It talks about how when the natives saw the ships come, it was the shaman that could see the ships, because the ships were death ships. These were already undead people, so we couldn't see them. They were already in another realm. Only the shaman could see them. Only the mediums could see them, and they had to tell the people about them, and then the people were able to see it. But they said that they didn't even see the ships. That is such a key piece of information in all of this, because in the Indian culture, we weren't supposed to mix with these people because they were wendigos, which are witches. They were undead. They had already done things that were against Mother Earth, and they didn't have any way of coming back because they're not real demons. They're AI. They're connected to like a machine. It makes me think of Rage Against the Machine. That's so crazy. Anyways, let's keep going. Fixed signs. Rage Against the Machine. That's so funny. Lady of Rage. That's the Black Mother energy. They're trying to rile that energy up so that they can have a reason to just like destroy you. What's caution at the root for my fixed signs? Four of Cups. This is you being away from the group, or needing to be away from a group. Or learning something about your friends and family, something about them, you need to be away from them. Maybe there's some kind of, and with this being for the fixed signs, there could be some kind of generational karma with this fear here, and this ghost, and the anxiety, and the hunger, and the love, and the reflection. I'm telling you, this is deep. Definitely giving me Saturn and Aries. This is about the self. You by yourself, away from people. This is about not being codependent at the root. That's deep, because a lot of us are codependent at the root. Our root is our family and stuff like that, our friends. Then you have a Four of Pentacles in reverse, letting go. I feel like uprooting yourself. I feel like maybe there's some fear associated with this. You are fixed signs. Maybe you're afraid to uproot yourself, but you're conscious of something that needs to change. You're being taken, this is your most one of your most powerful chakras right here. Ace of Cups. Yes, you're conscious that look at this. The cup being offered and the Ace of Cups. I feel like you're going to understand why you're away from people, or why you need to be away from this family, wherever it is that where your roots are. You're supposed to be somewhere else, fixed signs, and that's not going to be easy for you. But again, Saturn and Aries is about the self. Hierophant in reverse, look at that. With the Six of Pentacles in reverse. That's why your energy is messed up and you got anxiety. You know something. You know something. That's why you're cautious. That's why you're living in fear. But you are going to be conscious about this. You got to get away from these people. It's best to be alone than it is to be in a group of people. I don't care who it is that is making you feel unstable. You're the stable sign. Something isn't fair here. And it's a whole group of, you know, Hierophant energy in the reverse. This could be a family with you away from people at the root. Oh, this is... I've been here. I know exactly what this is. And you will be so happy. You, the Hermit, Spirit is calling you to come out of this and to be a healer of these energies, these ghost energies, and these mysteries. Mysteries. They want you to get into this. Giving me very scorpionic energy. But also we have Taurus here showed up for me. My bulls. But yeah, this is seeing the light in yourself. You gotta cleanse out some things. Oh, I feel like this mystery and ghost is going to be a lot of things that come to the light. And that's another reason why you need to be in the spirit of the Hermit. But cleansing. Cleansing, fasting, and praying. This feels like you're going to have to forgive some things and let some things go. And it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be for your best good. And this is for everybody because fixed signs are very important. It's the foundation, you know. This is going within, getting to know your spiritual self, facing these ghosts and these mysteries head on, you know. And what's so good about it is you're facing them head on, but you're still going within. So, it's such a powerful energy. One of my favorite cards is the Hermit card. 5 of Swords in the reverse. Somebody is not going to be able to sabotage you anymore after this. Or you won't be self-sabotaging. Or maybe both. Maybe being around these people is self-sabotaging. The fact that you care so much for them, you love them. You know, with the Ace of Cups here. And they're being unfair to you and straight up unorthodox. Like, you know, you don't have certain rights that other people in the group or family have even. It's just not fair. I feel like it's money involved, but I feel like it has a lot to do with your confidence. That's the power. Somebody sees the power in your confidence. And I said a parasite. Somebody is leeching off of your energy. 8 of Wands, reflection. Something is going to happen fast. Because you're going within with the Hermit mode in this reflection. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, this is you moving forward. You starting something new. Going into a new field of study. Even maybe you're going to do some spiritual stuff. High Priestess and the Strength in reverse. I didn't mean to keep pulling, but I'm going to keep them. I just said spiritual work. Especially at this crown. It says caution though. Maybe Saturn and Aries, don't jump in. You know, with spiritual stuff, you want to take your time. Because you don't want this lion to jump on your ass and you're not, you know, ready for it yet. It's like Virgo, Leo energy, Pisces energy. Leo showed up for me and my Taurus. Scorpio, where the fuck are you? 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. Scorpio always shows up for me. Damn it. Always. Even when I don't want you to. You do. You always show up. And I'm always like, damn it, Scorpio. Gotta appreciate that about you. Even though you be giving me a headache. I feel like something is very hard and you need to keep some things to yourself. because you have some strong, this family, you know, these are people high society working against you. I feel like you need to do this without anybody even knowing you're doing it. You know, the Hermit is a by the self kind of card, because they might feel it. They're going to feel it. They're going to feel when you pull your energy back. What do I have for my fixed signs? 4 of Cups, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. Ace of Pentacles. I'm telling you, you got this something from God coming in, this new ace. You drop in these pentacles that were keeping you trapped and locked up. Look, Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups. Spirit is, you got 2 aces here. I mean, you got the same cup here, but you got another Ace of Pentacles, and you got an Ace of Cups coming in. That's what I'm talking about. Now you got the King of Cups in the reverse. This is somebody manipulative. This person could be manipulating this whole group. Look, the Moon. This is hidden. Very manipulative, cold, bad advice, emotional and manipulation, moodiness, self-compassion, and inner feelings. Somebody just wants to control you. Giving me Taurus reading. The Moon, illusions, mystery. You got mystery right here with these ghosts. That could be what this is. Could be some ghosts on somebody's ass because they're doing something, and then they're sitting themselves in a pious position like they are honest and honorable, and they're not. They're crap. They're negative. They're stealing and a liar. They're a hypocrite. Nothing worse than a hypocrite. Spirit hates that so much. Like, it's crazy. Anyways, what's the Hermit? The cleanse, ghosts, and mystery here. I'm telling you. With this freaking moon. This King of Cups in the reverse could be doing some energy shit too. Some trying to... With the Hierophant in the reverse, could be a whole group or a family stealing from you, trying to mess with your energy and give you anxiety and fear. You know, I feel like it's a family. It's something that's your root. What's the Hermit? Two of Cups. I feel like this is you coming into yourself. Once you cleanse yourself, you find, you know, the ghosts, the things that were hidden, the things that your ancestors and your spirit guides were trying to tell you, but you were partial to these people. You couldn't hear it. And you're coming back into yourself. And that's going to bring so much healing and clarity. What's the Five of Swords in the reverse? And the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Judgment in the reverse. I think that, again, I was saying this is how you heal these energies, is through love, through acceptance, understanding the hunger, the desire, the appetite, and with the cleanse, that's powerful. And coming into yourself, not judging yourself, wrongly, because these people had your confidence messed up, had you misjudging yourself and your capabilities, had you sabotaging yourself, not taking yourself seriously, maybe even. And you're supposed to be the grounded energy. You know, they probably were hurting themselves by doing this, because they're going to be able to be uprooted as soon as you leave. That's going to be the end of the stability in this situation. Yeah, look, reflection, 8 of Wands, and the 5 of Swords again in the upright. Somebody else is going to, their own devices, sabotaging you or causing self-sabotage. All of this spell work and all of these messages and energies that these people were anxiety, it's going back. They're going to start sabotaging their self. It's being reflected back to them, because now you're whole. You've come back into yourself because you went into this hermit mode and you did this cleansing. You faced these ghosts. You know what the mysteries of your life are now and how to handle them. What's the caution at the crown with the High Priestess? The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Something is very karmic. Something is, I feel like this is going to take a long time to play out. Again, probably within the next 3 years, this is going to play out. But you have to, this is something that's going to take a while. But that's because you're fixed and you're needing to build a new foundation on yourself. You're the foundation now. You're the new tree. This is giving me what I was saying before. Look at this, 8 of Wands in the reverse. Something is going back. And in this case, I feel like something is going back. Like you're getting your energy back. You know, with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, I feel like Spirit was really preserving this part of you. I feel like that's something you need to see in order for you not to be closed up with this 4 of Pentacles and your Ace of Cups. Because the Spirit is giving you this, you know, this love is even more serious than the Pentacles. But I think you're getting the Pentacle because you are a solid, you need to feel solid. You need to feel grounded and, you know, stable. So you're getting that, but you're also getting this love. And I think that you did the right thing with this love. You gave it to yourself. You healed. Not only did you give it to yourself, you gave it to the demons. You gave it to the ghosts. You gave it to the energies that need to be healed. The real demons, not the vampires and the men and women that want power over people, not them. I think you're getting this courage back that they've been siphoning from you and making you feel small and like you can't do certain things. It was messing with your strength, causing you to take a back seat even with the High Priestess here. You know, you're taking a back seat, and the High Priestess, again, is society. She's part of this Hierophant, but she's not saying anything. She's, you know, she's taking the back seat. She's letting things happen that shouldn't be happening. That's you. And that's not, you know, it was messing with your strength, messing with your confidence. I think you're leaving some group. Look at how sad she looks. You know, she's not happy where she's at. I think that you need to keep it quiet, whatever it is that you're working on, because it's something karmic here with these 8 of Wands, and people are looking to see what you're doing when you go away, because they're going to feel your energy gone. I wouldn't tell them you know nothing. I would go away and let them feel it. This is, somebody's not going to be able to move on to calmer waters, and this comes out right over this Hierophant energy. I told you, once you leave the situation, it's going to be the stability. The storm is a-coming. Look, the Five of Wands underneath that. And I don't think you need to feel bad about that. You need to let it come in. Let them get what they deserve. And I have a feeling that you're going to be so uncomfortable with that, but you don't need to be. And I do feel Aquarius here, even though they're not here, because I've been telling everybody, detach. And that's what this is. This is detaching with the Strength in reverse. The most, I feel like the hardest sign that is going to be maybe Taurus too, with the Hierophant, to get away from these people is going to be Leo and Taurus. It's going to be harder for you than it is going to be for Scorpio and Aquarius. Because it's Taurus is groups, that is family. It is, you know, it's messing with you. It might be messing with your beauty, your abundance here, Taurus. And Leo here is messing with your crown. You're the royal. That's so funny. You are the royal one. And a lot of that has to do with your roar, your ability to speak things out. They got you all cautious. And it reminds me of the Wizard of Oz with the lion. And, you know, he was all bashful. And what is he? Oh, he was a coward. Yeah, because he wasn't able to speak what he wanted to, you know. Yeah, I don't like it. I think you need to get away from these people, cleanse, come back into yourself. You don't need these people at all. And I know that might sound harsh. When it comes to me and family and friends and stuff like that, I've been shown through a lot of pain that your family will do you worse than anybody, and I've been done wrong by others. And my family did me worse than they could ever do me. My own mother. You know, so, and people fall for things and they just assume things. That's the hardest part, is that nobody even gave me the chance to say, I didn't do that, or that's a lie, or not. I had to find out through Hermit, everything that was happening, and the ghosts and the mysteries and the cleansing. I always talk about that. I'm not telling you something that I haven't done myself, that I know for a fact works, because I'm still here. And there's all these groups coming up against me and my family and my mother, you know, the high society groups and the witches. And for me to be still here is really let you know how strong your will is, because there's a lot of people against me. Your own will coming back into yourself, and you being a fixed sign, they can't shake that. But you gotta let go of the lies. And that's hard sometimes, because a lot of times the things that we believe and the things that we hold dear, Hierophant energy, is built all on these lies, this caution and fear and energy harvesting. Is our values, our very principalities are built on these things, and it's all wrong. And I do think it's going to be hardest for Taurus and Leo to acknowledge and accept that, more so than Scorpio and Aquarius. Not saying that it won't be hard for them, but they're both a little bit more they're darker. You know, both of them are. Aquarius is dark too. Can be. I actually like it when Aquarius is a little bit dark, because they get real clever. Real clever. I mean, an Aquarian that is like okay with their dark side, that's who you need to plan some shit, to plan some get back, and you know, because they're so clever. That is what I have for you, fixed signs. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that it helped, and I will see you next time. Peace.